just a few years ago, murder rate in America was half what it was in 1981. I remember that well. But over the last 2 years, that trend has reversed. The violent crime rate is up by nearly 7%. Robberies are up. Assaults are up nearly 10%. Rape is up nearly 11%. Murder, homicide is up 20% in the last 2 years. That is not a good trend. I don't think it's a light matter. I don't think it's just a blip out there. I'm afraid we're seeing it. We've abandoned some of our successful principles. I think the crime rate is going up, and we need to get serious again about what we can do about it. And sadly, in this beautiful city, it has not been immune to these problems. Milwaukee, rape is up 21% in 2 years. Assault is up. Murders are up an astonishing 57%. So these trends cannot continue. This plan, Project Safe Neighborhoods, is proven to work. It has been scientifically studied. It will work. I read that proposed plan from our team, and I told them, whatever the crime rate will be in the future, it will be less if we carry out this effort.
Well, the U.S. Attorney's Office is getting 2 of the 40 that have been allocated to the entire Department of Justice U.S. Attorney's offices, so that's significant. We've long advocated for additional prosecutorial resources. We recognize we generate far more arrests that can be handled by the courts as it is, but obviously having the federal venue for our more serious offenders, particularly gun offenders, is very promising, and we're grateful.
The Attorney General called Milwaukee violence plagued. What's your reaction?
Well, we've leveled off at too high a rate. I mean, you know, the year before I got here, we had over about 110 homicides. My first 2 years, they were like 72 and 74. And for most of the next 6 years, we were at levels lower than the preceding 25. But starting in 2015, we saw a significant bump up to over 140 homicides. Last year, again, we were over 140. So though we're down about 15% compared to last year and 20% compared to 2 years ago, that's still too high. And the point I've been making as an individual chief, and many of the major city chiefs have made to the Justice Department, is that despite national trends, city trends, urban trends have been going against the national trend of declines, that our central cities have seen spikes in violent crime in the last couple of years. So despite the fact that this year Milwaukee will close the books at decreases in virtually every single crime, the fact is it's still too high. And you know, we need assistance, particularly, as I say, on the prosecutorial side.